this medicine is going to be banned. Yet we have, in actual sense, we have many other hospitals that really need the medicine for the people. So we have to tackle these factors and to ensure that the desperation is calmed down, the depression is calmed down. So, as the judge of this nation, he is trying to transform into socio-economic empowerment for the generation and the fighting of corruption and ensuring stability within our country. Where to go?
You operate mainly within Kampala. Last time when the president was here, we saw a group of young boys and girls donning yellow t-shirts, turning themselves into hooligans. Can you share with us, first and foremost, what is your take on such an action?
Those are ghetto youth, of which you expect that, but they are trying to streamline this time round. I don't think today you have seen such kind happening, because either the youth, the money that was sent to those youth didn't reach, or maybe it wasn't enough, or maybe they are used by someone to do that. That's all I can say. Other than that, those are the youth of this generation of whom are supposed to be mentored, nurtured, cultured, and being told that there is tomorrow. It's not only today. Yeah.
Actually, this is a very humble one. You hear people from the corridors. Namyalo, Simwangu. Why do people fear you? Why do people feel?
Because they didn't send me to the corporate. They sent me to the ground. Why do you see the ground yearning for me? Because I was sent to the poor, not to the rich. But when I'm with the poor, I need zero tolerance of nonsense. When I'm with the corporate, yes, we chat in corporate way. So I don't see any logic in me, because for me, as long as the poor are empowered, I have no issues. If anyone stands into the way of the poor, I will attack you back. I don't care, whoever.
It is Namyalo. We want to cut it. Namyalo, abatulaba ku Star TV, talya bigambo bye.
Yes, nze Namyalo, wadde mumpita amanya ge mwagala, but nze kasita omunaku, nzojja kunsanga mbanaku. Webera mbanaku, eno waggulu mu corporate batandika ono teyasoma, ono teyakola biki, because omunaku teyagala kuba munaku.
Katukomyawo. Thank you. That has been Hajati Namyalo, the chairperson. I mean, rather,
thank you very much.
She works at the office of the national chairperson based in Chambogo, and when it comes to mobilization, she has been one of those foot soldiers you can count on. That indeed, when you want things to move the way they can move, and I mean very rapidly, she has been one of those great girls and daughters of the NRM party you can count on. Of course, she has spoken her mind. We don't want to add anything on what she has shared with us, but of course, to just inform you and remind you that indeed, all what you are seeing on your screens is live from here at Pro 13, Chadon Road in Kampala, as the party chairperson, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, comes back again to seek for another mandate through his party to carry the party presidential flag bearer for the year 2026, and that is the term of 2026 to 2031, and also carry the flagship for the party chairperson. He was here last Saturday in company of the First Lady Mama Janet Kataha Museveni when she came to express interest for the two positions, and finally, after collecting 100 signatures from all the districts which make up Uganda, he is finally coming back here very loaded, in a way that he is ready to satisfy the Electoral Commission of the NRM party that indeed is still the best for the NRM party. Joining me here is also another second member, second member to be. Second member to be, Honorable.
Take it. Yeah, I take it.
This is Honorable Haruna Cheyune Kasolo Wemyoga. Very good afternoon, Honorable.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I saw you yesterday, not yesterday, on Thursday. You almost made this place very, very flooded with yellow.
Yes. First of all, allow me to thank the people of Uganda, but especially the people from Central Uganda, for endorsing me and for supporting my candidature. I'm so sure that I'm going to take this position. Why? Because they see many mobilization skills. You see, they see many mobilization skills in me. As a leader from here, Central Region, I have the capacity to mobilize. You see, the president, as the chairman of the party, needs energetic leaders who can help them, who can help him mobilize for NRM. Here in Central Region, we have a problem of opposition because the biggest opposition is here. So we need a person who can really, who can go around and convince the people, convince them, work with them, and ensure that at least we mobilize them to support the party.
Yeah, just naturally on this occasion, what can we expect from President Museveni when given the term of office for the coming 5 years?
Well, the president, you see, this time the president now has embarked on wealth creation. And because now he has fought and defeated the enemies of Uganda, the diseases, remember the 60 killer diseases, HIV, COVID-19. Now, the biggest enemy of Uganda is poverty. And His Excellency the President has now embarked on ensuring that people create wealth. People must walk on the journey towards wealth creation, using a MIOGA, PDM, and other wealth creation funds. The 2026 to 2031, this term is dedicated towards wealth creation. All of us must support His Excellency the President to achieve this vision, because we want to see all Ugandans engaged in the political process. Every Ugandan must earn money. His Excellency the President has created avenues for all Ugandans to create wealth. So now we want to all Ugandans to support the President, because 2026 to 2031 term is for them to create wealth.
Let us engage the Secretary General before he goes to join other guests to receive the President. Yes, good afternoon, Honorable, Right Honorable. We were here on Saturday when the President picked interest forms for the two positions. Finally, he's coming. To make it very brief, what kind of candidates will we have at the end of this exercise?
No, we are excited, as you can see. The party members are very excited. People are willing to receive the President. Definitely, the President's work and record of work has touched on so many lives. And you'll hear testimonies today. And that is how the people overwhelmingly condition him to come and offer himself. So this time is the people's candidate. He has come because of the demand from the members of the party. So we are happy. You can see the excitement around. So people are very happy with this decision to come and offer himself on our behalf.
People have kept on asking, how has President Museveni kept himself steadfast in the first position as always the best choice for NRA?
The party has mechanism to undergo through all those, and we are happy that the national chairman is always the first priority to the party members. So we are happy for this. Yeah. And we pray that during the campaigns the support continues, and this time we know we shall get more votes than what we got last time from the excitement I've seen around the country.
Lastly, as the Secretary General, we know so many people, so many party members have fronted themselves for different stake positions and other elective positions. How best can the candidates, the contestants, carry on their campaigns without injuring the party?
No, we have always guided them to be disciplined, to understand the core values of the party, and to make sure they represent the interests of the people. They are not coming to represent themselves, but to represent the manifesto of the party to the electorates. And so they should stick to the manifesto of the party to avoid unnecessary promises that they make to the voters. Because the document they are presenting, their methods and everything is about the manifesto of the party.
When President Museveni is nominated today, what next?
When he's nominated today, just like all other people pick interest form for SEC position, they will be vetted by SEC, and they will be taken to the National Executive Committee of the party, and they will be presented to the delegates conference for the final vote. Yeah. So it's a process. Yeah.
So we shall all
Thank you.
stand up to cheer
Well,
him.
that has been
receive
the
him with
NRM
happiness,
Secretary General, Right Honorable
then the
Richard
function will
Todong, throwing an
continue
insight
as
on
I
what the
told
day
you,
looks
it
like,
will
but
be a very
probably
brief function.
he has assured us that indeed they have criteria they go through to ensure
DJ,
that
don't
they
forget our
arrive
song
at what we are going to witness
that will
today.
usher
That
in
means
His
that
Excellency the
President
President.
Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has not come from blue to give or to dump him somewhere at the NRM Electoral Commission offices, but of course there have been a process which includes vetting and analyzing some issues, including strategies and ideas. Of course, at the end of the day, they are very much assured that they will be assembling a team of, indeed, great men and women who will be steering Uganda in the next 5 years of leadership. Of course, that will also depend if Ugandans vote for NRM party in the coming general elections of 2026, where they are seeking to run government for the 7th consecutive time. It is in the history of Uganda that indeed there was no any other government which ruled Uganda in the period which we have seen NRM steer Uganda from 1986 up to today. And they are, of course, on the path of getting another 5-year bonus to the leadership of this Uganda. As we all know that indeed our history can speak to what we are today. There were turmoil, there were insecurity, and that's why many people have said so many times that indeed
President tumwebaza yadde nga tannaba kutuuka kubanga kyakulabirako kirungi gye tuli, and as leaders below him we pick lessons every day from whatever
that is Pro 13,
he does.
to give you the live images of the nomination of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Back to the command center.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at the signings that His Excellency the President is almost here, we can start the vibe now. We can start the vibe. We can start the vibe now. DJ, our song. DJ, our song, please. As we rise up to receive the President, he's walking in, he's driving in anytime. Very good song.
His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Jawawa Zukulu Kaja Oktima nomination kwa runako ralelo abantu kutambizeka His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Jawawa Zukulu, the President of the Republic of Uganda, today is coming to pick up his nomination form. Jawawa Zukulu, Jawawa Kwanga, Jaja Zingamula Jaja, Jaja Wednesday. National Chairman of the Mighty Party, NRM. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, oh yeah. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Kaya Nikuwa, Museveni Yenjawulo, Kaja Oksima Kakulaze, Olunaku Oralelo. Mwana wetwaba saba nakululi titukungane akasenti no aja akono mubuyinza mukulembeze nakulwalelo kagenda kubeera nominated mwana bana Uganda mwana Women's League, Youth League, PWTs, my elders mwana nakulwalelo abakata abayebweru abawutale abataxi ababodaboda by informal sectors phenomena. The DJ is today when we are going to nominate His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Jawawa Zukulu. We urged him to stand, we commanded him, we incited him, we told him he has to be on the ballot, and the DJ is today. Today, as we welcome His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at the NRM Election Commission, Dr. Tanga Ojoy, today the DJ of being nominated as an aspiring candidate to become the President of the Republic of Uganda and the National Chairman of the Mighty Movement. Mwana abakulembeze bebalonda abalonzi mwana oluyakulwalero olunaku mulindwa lwetwalindirira obwedda olutalo lubadde luwanvu tufudde wala nnyo nga tulindirira ensonga eno naye leero His Excellency Excellency yakiriza ateye simbewo. So pena abali ebwelu abobutale abageto by former sectors ifenna abaze okusanyukirako His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Jaja w'Abazukulu. That day is today when we are welcoming His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the grandfather of the mighty nation, the grandfather of the Bazukulu. That day to be nominated as an aspiring candidate to become the national chairman of the mighty movement, to become the aspiring candidate for the president of the Republic of Uganda. The data is today when he is going to be nominated by the NRM Election Commission. Pena, abadebelu, the former sectors, Baketo, Abawutale, Abasaloni, Abatembeyi, Mwena, Abanaku Mwena, Abagaga Mwena, by former sectors, Abatasama Pena. President Yoweri Museveni Yedagala, as we are settling for the best, not settling for the less. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, he is the best. We as NRM, we have decided to settle for His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. As we are securing our future, we are not exiting. We are looking at settlement. We settle for the best, not settling for the less. And His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, he is the best. The day is today. Gajaja uyasemberera, gasemberera okuyingira, gasemberera okuja, okuhandika over ebabulaze, okubeera nominated olunaku olwaleero. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni uyatuze ngalamusa ku bantu abageto abainformal sectors abobutale abatembeyi abasoma abayisi abakyala abami abavubuka fenna olunaku lwaleero nga His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Jaja w'Abazukulu ng'ajja okubeera nominated olunaku olwaleero. Uyayingirawo His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the mighty father of this nation. Let us all rise up as we welcome the only one, baby face, Jaja w'Abazukulu, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the mighty father of this nation, the grandfather of this nation. Fena abalonde bebalonda buli alina kyakwakikirira n'atalina kwakikirira baminisita baffe ba MP baffe mwenna sawa yeno ayingiddewo His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni banaye tukube kaluulu. Museveni oye! Museveni oye! NRM oye! Ra! His Excellency huyo ng'akuluma akaseera ke kano ng'ajja ayanirizibwa ab'ebitiibwa nga bwe babalokojeyo ng'ayanirizibwa ng'atuuze ku kitebe ekya NRM Electoral Commission. Akaseera ke kano essaawa yeeno olunaku mulindwa nga tumwaniriza nga twagala abeere nominated. Yajjudde yennyini tatumye yeesitukidde kitegeeza nti taata w'abantu jjajja w'abantu His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhabura, the one and only. We are settling for the best. We are not settling for the less. And His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, he is the best. He is the only one, the mighty father of this nation, the grandfather of the nation. Today is the day we have all been waiting for, as we allow, as we welcome, as we abide, as we await for him to be nominated. That today, the day is today. And as we claimed, as we urged him, as we commanded him to come and contest as the national chairman of the mighty movement, His Excellency, you're welcome. The national chairman of the mighty movement, Jaja w'abazzukulu, jaja w'abazzukulu omubwati, abazzukulu tukyakubanja, nga tukyakubanja mukama waffe. Kayingiddewo ne maama w'eggwanga, maama omubwati, His Excellency Captain Museveni, as he's taking on his seat. We are not settling for the less, we are settling for the best, and Museveni is the best. The day is today, as we welcome Museveni oye, Narim oye. Anthem.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the president is here. Can we have the anthems now? Excellency and Mama, with your permission, we request that you take your seats as the Honorable Dr. Kanoni Ruth Nankabirwa comes here to lead us in a brief prayer. Honorable Dr. Kanoni Ruth Nankabirwa, ordained the Church of Uganda, Canon, please. But Your Excellency and Mama, you are so much welcome back home to your apartheid quarters. Thank you very much for being here and on time. Yes, Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, the opening prayer.
May we humble ourselves in the word of prayer. Almighty God, I want to thank you for today. This is yet another day when the national resistance movement is going to make yet another historical statement. We want you to thank, we want you to bless this day, and we thank you for the journey that you have been able to cover, and indeed it's Ebenezer. This far you have brought us. May your blessings fall upon His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, whom you've called to lead and continue leading this country, who lights a candle and hides it under the table. Thank you for lighting this candle, which you placed on the highest mountain for everybody to enjoy the light, Uganda and beyond. May you continue providing for the good health of the president and those that he works with. As we gather here today, we know that you are here with us because you have been with us. May you guide us as we conclude this historical function. May you guide the Electoral Commission of the National Resistance Movement. And I also want to pray for the National Independent Electoral Commission because they are now going to take on from here. Guide us and please give us journey mercies as we go back home. You are the most beneficial, most merciful. I have prayed in your name. Thank you.
And everybody says amen. May I now take this opportunity in the interest of time to invite the chairperson of the Electoral Commission to guide us. I've been guided that guests will be introduced by the Secretary General at a later stage. Dr. Tanga, please.
Your Excellency, the President of Uganda, and Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, the Minister of Education and Sports, and also the Chairperson of NRM in Ntungamo District. You are most welcome to the home of the NRM Electoral Commission. Your Excellency, before I make brief remarks, allow me introduce the team of commissioners, starting with Honorable Jachan Jalonyo Fred Omash, the Vice Chair of the Commission. Honorable Jane Babi Halisemera, the Commissioner. Honorable Driwalu Zaitun, Honorable Ambassador James Chinobe, Honorable James Tweheo, and Honorable Modesta Juliana Auma, and myself, Dr. Tango Doi, the Chair. On behalf of the Commission, I want to welcome all our guests to this big occasion, which ends the nomination exercise all round for Parliament, LOC5, councillors at 5, and the topmost organ, the Central Executive Committee. Your Excellency, before I read out what I want to read, allow me with the honor thank the Secretary General of the party for all the support up to this level, and the team from the National Secretariat, the National Treasurer, Ambassador Barbara Wundo Nekesa, the Deputy National Treasurer of the party, who did all this outstanding work of decoration and designing the members. Could you just step forward so that we see you, because you and me, our height betrays us. Could you again move forward here? Designer. Your Excellency and Mama, that lady left here at 8:30 a.m. when I arrived. I left here after midnight, and she stayed here doing all this decoration. I want to thank you, Jackie. I want to thank you, and I want to thank you. I want to thank the staff of the commission at the headquarters. And if you are there, make some noise. I want also to thank the staff of the commission at the district level. Could you make some noise? I don't hear you. Maybe you stand up and make it better. And of course, we don't work alone, Your Excellency. We also work with the administrative secretaries in the same office. So admins also, could you stand up and make some noise? Your cause today, what, you ate a lot. Can you make some noise? Thank you. And of course, want to respectfully say, we have the chairpersons of the NRM in the house. Chairperson, where are you? Newly elected chairpersons, thank you very much. Your Excellency, the nominations of candidates for SEC and special organs at the national level attracted the following. Presidential flag bearer, one aspirant who is yet to be nominated to become a candidate. The aspirant is here. He is none other than His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The second candidate to be the second aspirant failed to raise the following. He got the forms, paid the requirements, but could not raise a nominator or a seconder. He could not raise a nominator, just like he could not raise a seconder. Besides, he only brought back one nomination form, even when we gave him two. And yet the condition is that you bring the two. The third, any aspirant for presidential and chairman must get signatures of support from the 151 districts that make up Uganda by law. That candidate did not even have a nominator nor a seconder. Therefore, I cannot mention whether he had even the 100 because he didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, the Electoral Commission here is not a theater for drama. And we want to request that anyone coming next time to try to show interest must read the regulations and follow the regulations. Here we don't do drama, but we have the big national theater near Ugandan Parliament of Uganda. Next, second national vice chairperson, I beg your pardon, national chairperson, also attracted one person. The second person who came could not even give us a copy of his bank slip for us to peruse to find out whether it was authentic. He said he had paid 20 million, but by the look of things, the document he wanted to give us was not genuine. Next is first national vice chairperson has attracted 3 aspirants. Second national vice chairperson has attracted 2. That second national vice chairperson, female, has attracted 2 aspirants. 2 candidates now because we nominated them. Vice chairperson Northern, 4 candidates. Vice chairperson Eastern, 9 candidates. Vice chairperson Central, 7 candidates. Vice chairperson Western, 11 candidates. Vice chairperson Kampala, 5 candidates. Vice chairperson Karamoja, 7 candidates. Special organs. Women's League has attracted 38 candidates. Youth League has attracted 71 candidates. PWD League has attracted 26 candidates. Elders League has attracted 12. Veterans League has attracted 22 candidates. Workers League has attracted 33 candidates. And Entrepreneurs has attracted 39 candidates. In total, sir, we have nominated and will nominate 291 candidates. Number 2, nomination for members of parliament and LOC5. The commission concluded this nomination for members of parliament successfully and LOC5 successfully on 30th June 2025. Campaigns are ongoing and wish to regrettably report that some candidates have already inflicted injury on civilians, and we've suspended campaigns in some of those areas. For instance, we've suspended campaigns in Bwamba constituency in Bundubujo. We have done the same in Isinjiro, where cars and vehicles and shops were destroyed or looted. And we are monitoring with keenness some other areas where campaigns are moving on, but a lot of abuse. We've also agreed with Zimbabwe that the candidates go on their own, but they have given us their timetable so that we monitor even when they are going individually. Ongoing roadmap for ongoing or pending activities, sir. Campaigns for members of parliament should end on 14th July. Polling, Your Excellency, will be on 17th July. We changed it from 16th July due to an adjustment in the National Electoral Commission Special Interest Group Committee roadmap. So we moved it from 16th to 17th. Campaigns for LOC5 will start on 1st and end on 22nd July. Councillors at district and city level are also campaigning, and we've not got any incident at that level. We have problems at member of parliament level. Same to municipal and city division mayors. Polling for LOC5, Your Excellency and Mama, will be on 24th July 2025. And that's the day when we shall be voting for LOC5 chairpersons, LOC5 councillors, CT councillors, KCCA councillors, and municipal mayors and city division councillors. Primaries for special interest group committees at sub-county level will take place on 8th July 2025. National conference, which is also elective conference, will start on 22nd to 25th August 2025. Nomination of local government councillors by National Electoral Commission will be 3rd to 12th September 2025. Nomination of members of parliament by the National Electoral Commission 16th and 17th September 2025, and a nomination of the presidential candidates by the National Electoral Commission will be 2nd and 3rd October. Number C, voters register. Your Excellency, want to report that we are in the process of receiving the soft copy of the register for printing and verification in readiness for the forthcoming primaries. We shall audit the register district by district, and district registrars shall be very important to come and help verify, because they know the number of villages, they know their areas better than we who sit in this area of Kampala. Your Excellency, this one just for mention, we have now 14 registrars or district election officers due for retirement, and like a father you promised to help us. We lost one of our own 2 days ago, the registrar of Palisa, the late Nangobi Jen. Burial will be tomorrow. It's sad, she was sick, we thought she would come out. So we now have 14 of them, Your Excellency, not 12, because in Bundubujo the registrar was strangled, was murdered. So we have those cases which are not the best to hear. And of course, some registrar of Yumbe has requested us that we retire him because he has been in active service since 2010, and he feels he should be retired honorably. Request for placement of some of our volunteer staff, sir. In the next Kisanja, sir, we request that we shall go through the Secretary General. We have had 6 volunteers here who have been on voluntary basis for 10 years. We shall request Your Excellency to help us. vote of thanks. We thank Your Excellency for always coming to our aid regarding payment of honoraria to our registrars. We also thank registrars for the good work done so far. The journey to 2026 is moving on well, and we thank you. Your Excellency, we are making some review following guidance here and there, and we have so far replaced 17 registrars on account of corruption, on account of total inefficiency. So we urge politicians to allow us to do our review, because in some districts, when we review the registrars, they started demonstrating. Registrars are appointed by the NRM Electoral Commission. The candidates should not appoint the registrars. Candidates also should not try as much as possible to interfere with our registrars. Your Excellency, we are going to request the Secretary General, and we shall write to you, to request us to open safe and independent offices for registrars in the following districts. Safe and independent districts for them to work safely in the following districts: Kibale, Kagadi, Lira City, Tororo County, where the offices were even locked by some individuals, and Namutumba for now. We want them to work, but we don't want people to interfere with them, come and beat them up, lock up the offices because of their petty differences here and there. So when we do that, sir, we are just trying to protect them as they do this work on a voluntary basis for the party. On behalf of the Commission, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you once again, to thank you for coming in this big number and for loving this candidate, the President of Uganda, and the candidate who has a long CV, Karishilam Vite, a person who has done wonderfully for this country. As the Electoral Commission, I can now safely say this because I don't have anyone to compete against him. It's now my honor and duty and the Commission to move back and nominate this candidate. Thank you, Honorable James Tehe, for being technological alert. Your Excellency, Mama, ladies and gentlemen, this is the hour of the milk. May I request the nominator of this candidate, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, to bring the candidate forward. Alhaj Moses Chigongo, your name features on my table as the nominator. Could you please attract your candidate here and make a statement about your candidate?
May I now request the seconders to step forward and the press to move a bit backwards. Back. The seconders, all of you, the two in front and the others behind us back up. We shall introduce you later. Correct? Now, therefore, Alhaji Moses Sigongo, what are you saying?
Thank you very much. I'm here today. I have the honor to present our candidate for NRM chairmanship. Your Excellency, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Thank you very much, Alhaj. Thank you. Alhaj is presenting this candidate for NRM chairman, or the position of NRM chairman.
NRM chairman, we are presenting him here on behalf of the movement as our chairman.
May I request the two nominators seconders to come behind Alhaj. Bring Haji Shafiq of Bukoman Simbi, I know him very well, behind, and Honorable Namatovu Mastula from Kamuli Municipality. Could I request you to say one or two words in support of the nominator? Talk about yourself. Haji first. Give Haji the microphone, please. From there.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shafiq Manje, NRM District Chairman, Bukoman Sindi. It's my pleasure to be here today. Before I do anything, I have 2 points. Number 1, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, is only the President who registered and recognized our fraternity of people with disabilities in this country. Number 2, affirmative action. Number 3, socio-economic transformation amongst people with disabilities and the country at large. To this point, now I'm seconding Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the angel from the God, the Son of God, to be nominated to be the chairperson of the National Resistance Movement. I submit.
Thank you very much, Haji Shafiq. You have been very clear. Your points are very solid, and we must thank you with a thunderous clap.
Your Excellency and Mama, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mastula Namatovu, the Vice Chairperson, Kamuli Women's League, and the National Publicity for the Women's Council. Your Excellency, the women of Uganda are so much in love with you. As the women of Uganda, Your Excellency, we are delighted for the programs, the empowerment that you have done to us economically, socially, and we have no doubt a lot is coming. Your Excellency, as Mastula Namatovu, I second your nomination as our party chairman, and as women, we are settling for the best. Women, oye! A winning, oye! Women, oye! Musei, oye! Ra! Cha! Ah! Your Excellency, we are grateful. Thank you so much for God and my country. Long live Your Excellency, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Thank you very much. That's step number 1. You have passed. Step number 2. we want signatures from the 151 NRM districts of Uganda and present the certificate that you were cleared. I have Northern Region, Acholi, Lango, Karamoja, and West Nile represented. Next, Bukedi sub-region is represented. Next is Greater Mukono, and Bugisu, Sebei, Teso, Busoga, Bunyoro, Rwenzori. I wish to present you through the Secretary General. Could you step forward, sir? Get the microphone and read this certificate yourself.
Certificate of compliance with the nomination requirements. This is to satisfy that aspirant candidate, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibahora of the National Resistance Movement, has submitted a list of supporters for his candidature to the to be the national chairman of the National Resistance Movement at the Party Electoral Commission to be held at the National Conference of 2025, and the Electoral Commission has verified that the aspirant candidate has complied with the Constitution of the National Resistance Movement and NRM Electoral Regulations 2025. Signed, Dr. Tanga Odoi, PhD, Chairman, NRM Electoral Commission.
This is for your candidate. He has passed. May I now request you to bring the forms and show the payment of 20 million. Could the others sit down so that the commission can nominate? The others should take their seats except the seconders, so that the commission can nominate. May I request the candidate to stand for nomination? On behalf of the NRM Electoral Commission. Where are the youth? I don't hear the vibe. Can I start? Are the youth ready? Don't move near here. Just stay where you are. On behalf of the NRM Electoral Commission, I, Dr. Tango Doi, from Kisuko, But Chairman NRM Electoral Commission now hereby nominate His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to contest unopposed as the chairman of the NRM party. Congratulations. Viva! Thank you, thank you. May I request the candidate to go for the second? Now we are going for presidential. May I request the Secretary General to bring the new nominator for presidential? I'm told is Honorable Tom Butile. Take your seat. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. This candidate has satisfied the issue, the condition. This candidate has satisfied the condition of the signatures, so we just request now for the forms. But for just press the doubting Thomases, let us see the signatures here. Let me read where the signatures came from. Actually, the Northern Sub-Region, all districts in Acholi, Lango, Karamoja, and West Nile gave signatures. Western Region, Kigezi, Rwenzori, Greater Ankole, Olge, and Bunyoro Sub-Region. Then we have Greater Luwero, Kampala and Wakiso, Greater Masaka, Greater Mubende, and Greater Mukono. All these signatures have been verified and certified as true. Eastern Region, where's the file for Eastern? Eastern Bukedi Sub-Region is here. Bugisu Sub-Region. Sebeyi Sub-Region. Teso Sub-Region. Busoga Sub-Region. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. All the signatures are here. May I now request for the certificate? It is still my humble request for the Secretary General to read certificate of compliance with the nomination.
Certificate of compliance with the nomination requirements. This is to satisfy that aspirant candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibahaura of the National Resistance Movement has submitted list of supporters for his candidature to be the flag bearer of the National Resistance Movement in the presidential election of 2026, and the Electoral Commission has verified that the aspirant candidate has complied with the Constitution of the National Resistance Movement and NRM Electoral Regulation Guidelines. Signed, Dr. Tanga Odoi, PhD, Chairman, Electoral Commission, National Resistance Movement.
The task is on the historical leader. Who is this candidate? What do you know about him? What do you want people to know?
I am Colonel Tom Witine, Chairperson, Historical Leaders Forum, Member of Parliament, Mwenge County Central, Kianjojo District. As I said, His Excellency President General Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Museveni, this country owes him a great deal. He has kept this country secure and safe. The economy of this country, as I said last week, is improving. There is peace in this country, and there is life and freedom. The president is fit as a person, healthy, and there is no doubt that in the coming 5 years, he will still be fit, healthy, and capable. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I want to nominate His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Tibuhaburwa Museveni as candidate for the presidency 2026 and beyond. And it is my prayer, Mr. Chairman, that this nomination be taken. I thank you.
Okay. Maintain just a little, you'll have the vibe. Listening, Hoye. Keeping quiet, Hoye. May I hear from the seconders? Say where you come from and why you came here.
Oi! Your Excellency and Mama, I am Smith Bagtumwebaze, a building cost engineer and a youth league chairperson in Tungamo municipality. I hereby second His Excellency retired General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the position of NRM presidential flag bearer in the 2026 general election because of the following. His unmatched and vast experience in transforming the country through socio-economic transformation. This is evidenced through the 30% for the youth, meant for the youth at the parishes across the entire country. 30% of the PDM money is meant for the youth. Number two, his continued youth empowerment and investment in education, evidenced through UPE and USE. So, I hereby second the nomination of His Excellency retired General Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni.
The second.
Your Excellency, Mama Janet, my name is Asienjo Marian Faith from Ajumani District, West Nile Region, Northern. I am here to second the nomination of His Excellency for the party flag bearer as our candidate for the President of Uganda 2026-2030. The reason I am seconding the president is as follows. As northern people, we have suffered insecurity, but as per now, we are enjoying the peace. We have transport challenges, but as per now, we are moving from northern to eastern without any challenge because of the president of Uganda, that is His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Currently, we are using the ferry which was brought by the NRM government that is improving the transformation of business and everything in Uganda. As we are progressing, 2026-2030, we shall have a bridge in Nairobi that will improve the transportation in Uganda to the cross countries. As I second His Excellency, we the youths are benefiting. We were born in peace and we grew up in peace and we want to be in peace. Mzee oye! Ra! Cha! Youth oye! Eastern oye! Western oye! West Nile oye! Ra!
Thank you. Thank you. As backup, ladies and gentlemen, the Commission also recommended to the team that you should come with extra seconders. Could those extra seconders be introduced by themselves? Just introduction of the second. The two. Let's start there.
Enaremo, Jana Museveni, Ejifai, Aro. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Mama. My name is Alan Mwesige. I am the Youth Councillor of Kampala District and I hail from Chenjojo District. It's an honor that I'm part of your seconding team. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Excellency. My name is Pablo Achintu. I'm the district chairperson of Jinja District Youth League. Here as the standby seconder, Your Excellency, it's my pleasure to have you here. This is the real opportunity I got today. I've been supporting Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the NRM candidates, but this is the chance I've got today to see you physically. Mr. President, I welcome you. You lead us for many years as you can. We are behind you as the youths. The youth oil! The youth oil! The youth power! Viva Mzee, viva! Viva Mzee, viva!
NRM hoye! Museveni hoye! Papa hoye! Live long for Museveni! We love you, Papa. I'm called Oliver Bena Akorio. I am the chairperson, Youth League Kotido District. I'm bringing my greetings from Kotido District. They are greeting you, Papa, from Kotido, from Karamoja, I mean. They are saying they love you, and they'll still return you back to Parliament, Papa. They love you so much. To the President, sorry, Papa. Thank you.
Okay, now, Afande himself.
NRM oye! NRM oye! NRM oye! Our candidate, Brigadier General Omure, retired. I'm the Vice Chairperson of the NRM Historical Leaders Forum, handling West Nile, Madi, Acholi, Lango, and Karamojo. NRM Oye! I have a lot to post before you, but I'm going to be very brief.
why I'm nominating you. And seconding you, I could not go for anybody without you. It's only you, because of the sound reason. And I think that's what all of us, we are here for that. Our candidate is a unifying factor in Uganda. If you want peace, he's our candidate. That's why I'm nominating you. And seconding you, you are very excellent in doing your work. You are the only person who have managed to reconcile all the fighting groups in Uganda. All the fighting groups, you have not mismanaged them. If you had mismanaged them, there could still be war here. So we see you as the only person who can still manage it. Our group is called a Leaders Forum. I represent Fronansa in the Leaders Forum. Another group are being represented by NRM, the Luero, the Rescue Front, the FEDEMO, the UFM. In historical Leaders Forum, we are the foundation. We are the foundation.
Okay. May I now? Okay. Thank you very much. May we now request the candidate that we nominate you, sir. May we request the candidate to stand for nomination. Okay, silence. Okay. On behalf of the NRM Electoral Commission, I, Dr. Tango Doi, as chair of the commission, now nominate His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to be the NRM presidential flag bearer for the 2026-2031 elections. I now present this to Your Excellency, that you have been nominated, and wait for the next steps. Thank you. Your Excellency. Okay.
May I ask you to clap for the president? He has been fully nominated now.
A big applause. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Okay, it's now my duty. Hello. Hello, DJ. It's now our humble honor as the NRM Electoral Commission to pass over the baton to the Secretary General of the party for onward management of the program.
Hello. NRM oye. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and our candidate for 2026 general election, our Mama, the First Lady, thank you so much for always encouraging our Musei. The first National Vice Chairman of the party, Alhaji Moses Chigongo. The second National Vice Chairperson of the party, Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. Members of the Central Executive Committee of the party, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, ministers who are here present, plus members of Parliament. Your Excellency, we have been joined by senior leaders. Allow me to recognize them individually. We have with us His Excellency Edward II, the former Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. He is here to witness history. We have also been joined by the Right Honorable Amama Mbabazi, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda and the former Secretary General of the party. Thank you so much for coming back home, together with Mama Jacqueline. We have Right Honorable Dr. Rakana Rugunda, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda. We have the Right Honorable Dan Chidega, the former Speaker of East African Legislative Assembly. We have Honorable Sam Kutesa, Senior Leader, a former Minister of Foreign Affairs. We have the Historical Forum. We have NRM Bazukulu, who are all over, headed by the Operation Commander Ajat Adija. The NRM District Chairpersons, the District Administrative Secretaries, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know whether you are overwhelmed the way I am, and I just would like to request that today we allowed the President and our Chairman just to relax and listen to us. He has spoken to us. He has even sung songs for us. He has educated us, given us the doctrine of revolution messages, and he has explained to us how to govern. And we just feel he should relax a bit and listen to us as we enjoy the moment that we congratulate him and thank God for allowing him to accept the voices of the people who support NRM and those who don't support NRM, for requesting that he should offer himself for yet another term in office. Your Excellency, I will introduce my colleagues at the party head office at the end of my remarks, and I will request that they move forward because some of them were not here last time. Just in addition to the voices that were mentioned as confirmation to the nomination, we also have other people who offer that they request to just speak in one minute to testify about your goodness. Your Excellency, you are like an elephant being described by a group of blind people. These blind people describe you based on the parts they are touching. but the description is getting deeper and more interesting. I would like to invite some young people that were requesting that they should be allowed to say a few words. If they are present, please come forward. I have Ms. Sheila Namwenje. I have a representative from Karamoja. I have our young man, Mr. Yubu. If you are around, please come forward. I have Dr. Lillian. Dr. Lillian is a medical doctor but studied through UPE school. She just wants to give a testimony about UPE. I have Jackie representing the ghetto youth. These young people requested that in addition to those who have spoken, just give them one minute to say a few words. I start with Mr. Yubu. Mr. Yubu is very interesting. He can stand in front there because if he's to stand behind the podium, he'll not be seen. He looks young, but he's very senior. Just in 2 minutes, Mr. Yubu.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the National Vice Chairman, NRM Haji Chigongo, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Anita Anet Among Mama Bukedia, and the protocol observed. Good afternoon. You're not happy. Good afternoon. Are you happy? Your Excellency, I'm by the name is Yubu Onyong, a boy from Lango that you once met in 2018 when you came to Agali. You were moving a reconciliation meeting. I was introduced to you by Honorable Samuel Mola, and we talked for like 2 minutes. I'm still the Yuba, I'm the true meaning of forever young. Your Excellency, I would like to tell you that one, the ideas that you have brought of equal opportunities. So many times ahead, I read a book one time when they say that if you keep putting our legs, both legs behind, we will not see the future. But when we put one leg in front and one behind, we shall be able to see what we are faced at the back, and then it will push us to continue moving in front. I would like to congratulate you so much for that. I am the true meaning. I'm speaking so many times. People who look like me haven't been given opportunities to speak in the public, but I am here to confess that we have been given the opportunity to speak, to walk freely, and even to move in public offices. I would like, allow me to pause and thank the Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable, she has not only been a good leader, but she has been a mother, a mentor, to make sure that we become better people in this country. Putting that aside, Right Honorable Speaker, His Excellency, I would also like to tell you that there are so many people like me that are behind, but they are not given the opportunities to speak. But if they're given the opportunity, it will be really great. I honestly tell you, the whole world is going to be shocked that I am going to be the first, youngest, shortest person to address the idea to you in the whole world. We can serve everywhere. We have qualified, we have studied, and we can do better than other people can do. So, Your Excellency, if chances come, you can give to other people like me. We are capable to do more than others can do. Thank you.
Next, just 2 minutes.
Your Excellency, I am very much honored to be here. Protocol observed. My name is Lubowa Sheila, the Youth Chairperson, Kawempe Division. The division that resoundingly defeated opposition in the recently concluded youth elections. Your Excellency, thank you very much for including the youth in everything that you've been doing. We thank you for giving us a very able Secretary General who helped us in the recently concluded youth elections. Together with Major Kutesa, they played a very big role in our victory all over the country, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we pledge our support to you. Thank you for coming back to accept to contest again as our presidential candidate. We do not take that lightly, Your Excellency. We pledge our sounding support and we shall ensure that you win by more than 80%, Your Excellency. We are going to do everything that we can as youths. We are going to mobilize for you. We are going to vote for you. And we are going to do anything that is needed, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I have, on behalf of my fellow youths, I have one request from Your Excellency. As youth leaders, we request to meet you privately, Your Excellency.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Nayanza Nyosebo. The Ghetto Youth Power. Museveni oye. NRM Jew. Your Excellency, Nze Jackie Nakalema, Ghetto Coordinator, Vice Chairperson National Ghetto Structure. Muzeyi tuli wano olwaleero nga Ghetto Structure ne bannanga abali ebweru okusooka okwebaza okutwaniriza n'otusembeza mu nnyumba ya NRM. Ffe abangi be badde babawola, ffe abangi be badde balabanga abatalina mugaso. Muzeyi n'otusembeza tukwebaza, weebale nnyo, weebalire ddala. Muzeyi watukyaza omwaka oguwedde mwezi gw'omusanvu. Bye watutuma byonna tubikoze. Muzeyi kyova olaba olwaleero akalulu k'abavubuka tukkiriza tugaane twabadde mpagi era ne tuvaamu n'abaana 10 abaakoseddwa ne bakubibwa opposition olw'okuba tulwanirira obuyinza ng'aba NRM party. Muzeyi bye watutuma tubikoze, tukulindiridde nga mbaga mu ghetto era projekiti zaffe gye ziri byonna. Muzeyi tugenda kubikugambira mu ghetto ng'ozo tukyalirako. Ghetto si kizibu naye ekizibu ekiriyo Muzeyi tugenda bigamba nga si bya lugambo. Nzikiriza neebase General Secretary oba Secretary General w'ekibiina kino ekya NRM, sebo weebale kutwaniriza. Nzikiriza neebaze omukulu General Damulira kati Major General, weebale mutuweera lwanka eyo endala. Naye olw'eddembe eryo lye wamutuma atuwe ng'abaana ba ghetto tetukyalya kawunga mu ghetto nga tugenda ebizira. Muzeyi weebale nnyo, weebalire ddala. Nsembyayo Major Kuteesa Emmanuel, weebale nnyo sebo kutwagala. Sebo tukusuubiza nti akalulu ka 226 231 mu boxi mwekali ate tugenda kukakuuma Uganda yonna.
Thank you.
NRM oye. President Museveni oye.
Oye.
Amanya Sedu Jadalaus, His Excellency nze nva mu business community, ndi musajja musuubuzi mu kibuga Kampala n'okwetooloola Uganda yonna. Ndi wano His Excellency okukwebaza olw'eddembe lye watuleetera okuba nga tusobola okukola naffe ne tufuna ne tubeera bagagga mu gavumenti gye watuleetera ewatali nti otaataagazibwa nti ababbi ababano ba security gye watuwa n'eddembe lye watuwa. Nze ayogera naawe His Excellency, nagenda okuzaalibwa nga tuli mu nnyumba ya ttaka nga bazadde bange bonna n'abaliraanyewo ennyumba za ssubi. Naye His Excellency, ku mulembe gwo natandika okukola 1996 bwe natandikira okukola, nayingira Kampala nga ndi ku zero. His Excellency, wetwogerera olwaleero bazadde bange nabazimbira ennyumba ya ttegula ku mulembe gwo guno. His Excellency, nsanyuka nnyo okulaba ng'okomyewo otukulembere olw'ensonga nti bwe tutunula ennyo ffe abali mu sekita y'obusuubuzi tewali ayagaliza basuubuzi kusinga ggwe. His Excellency, ffe ng'abasuubuzi tukukakasa nti akalulu tugenda kakuwa ate tugenda kanoonya mu kapasite yaffe ey'abasuubuzi. His Excellency, nsembyayo okwebaza General Damulira okubanga wamutuwa ne Major Kuteesa ne Minisita wa Kampala Hajati Misa Kabanda. Abantu abo ffe ng'abasuubuzi tukwatagana nabo bulungi era batuwuliriza. Neyanza nnyo.
Thank you. Finally, this young lady is a lawyer. She studied through UPE program.
Your Excellency, Mama, ladies and gentlemen, a good afternoon. I bring you greetings from Namayingo district. My name is Nafula Sisi. I am a lawyer from Namayingo. I am the current flag bearer for the NRM for the position of Female Youth Councillor. Your Excellency, most importantly, I am a lawyer today because of the UPE. I went through Busiro Primary School in Banda, deep down in Namayingo, next to the Lake Shores of Lake Victoria.
If not for you bringing the UPE, we would not be standing here with the allies today, because we are the children of the underprivileged that would never have got such an opportunity. But we thank you, Your Excellency, for such an opportunity for us to be here to speak the language which was known for the whites and for the children of the privileged. We are so grateful, and as the youth, we are here to inform you today that we are organized under our current chairperson, and we are saying that this time round we are giving you 10 million strong, which is 10 million votes from only the youth. Because we see that you have brought hope to not only the disadvantaged, but to all the children of this country. Your Excellency, thank you very much for what you have done to us as the allied youth, and we hope to work with you more and more for the best of this country.
Thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, there are quite a number of young people who wanted to speak, but we could only allow these few. But I'm sure when you start the campaigns, everywhere you go, these young people will be testifying about the goodness of NRM and the goodness of the policies of the party. Allow me to introduce my colleagues, including those who are introduced here before, the members of the Electoral Commission. They are part of the Secretariat. I start by introducing the National Treasurer for the party, Ambassador Barbara Oundo. I can introduce you, then you go and take your seat so that we leave the ground. I have the Director, Mobilization, Honorable Rosemary Seninde. Thank you so much. I have the Director, Legal Affairs, Comrade Barata. Thank you so much for standing firm for the party. I have Major Retired Okwi Raboni. Thank you so much for being around. I have your daughter, the Jewelry of West Nile. Today she's dressed like a Karamojong. Ajat Medina Naham Ojele. I have the Senior Manager in the office of Honorable Seninde. He's the Senior Manager for Mobilization. I have a Senior Manager in the office of the Secretary General, Honorable Charles Egau. I have Senior Manager in the office of Public Relations and Media, Comrade Rogers Molinda, and our friends who manage security. Your Excellency, some of the Ajat Namialo, she's also part of this team. Wherever she is, we thank you where you are. Your Excellency, I have my old mamas from the Secretariat. They cannot stand. Safina, retired. And these are people that we found at the party head office. They have been there with us, and they are crying that they should retire and go home. We feel that we should retire them to go home. Thank you so much. NRM Oye. Today, Muse has been nominated. I want you to listen to this very well. The party will present all those who have been nominated for position of Central Executive Committees to the Central Executive Committee for vetting. From there, the names will be taken to the National Executive Conference, and we shall present them to the National Delegates Conference for final verdict. But we thank members of the party that we are honored that our national chairman and the president has gone unopposed through all these steps. We congratulate him so much. Your Excellency, like the Chairman Electoral Commission stated, there are some level of indiscipline in the party. Indiscipline based on the areas of use of money. We have already registered that our candidates are trying to spend a lot of money to convince the voters. I want to put them on notice that that is not allowed in the party. We do not want money to take precedent over quality and character. To Your Excellency, we have also notified our members and candidates that we have noted with concern the growing incidences of violence in the party. What the Chairman Electoral Commission has reported. We request that you, as the national chairman of the party, prevail over this, and where possible, I beg and pray that the party should crack the whip and call members to order. Our Constitution, Schedule 4, is very clear on codes of conduct of members and the rules of discipline.
We can reprimand them, we can suspend them, we can dismiss them from the party. The party must crack the whip because there is a high level of indiscipline that is growing in the party, and we pray that our candidates should not fall victim of this. Finally, as I prepare to invite the first National Vice Chairman to invite you to give your brief remarks, you have your Bazukulus here who just want to sing a song. They cannot speak, they just want to sing a song for you and Mama. Allow them to give you just 2 minutes in a way of appreciating. Then I invite, there is another young lady, she wrote a poem and it's a song. The two should make that presentation, then we shall invite you to give your remarks. Kindly, we request that you relax with us today. It's rare that we receive you at these offices. Please.
Your Excellency, Captain Dan Bashisha, this is my choir called African Revolutionary Voices. We're going to play for you a country music revolutionary song called Gorilla Aliingia Msituni. DJ Gorilla.
Thank you so much. I can see the Veterans League joining. Thank you, the Veterans League. I can feel the vibe. Thank you. Finally, there is this young lady, and then Museveni, you will speak to your people. Just in 2 minutes.
Today my dreams have just come true. My name is Twizere Shivani from Kanungu, and I'm so happy to present. Who am I?
Start the song.
I'm not scared anymore. DJ, give me the song. Let me sing it to Papa. Museveni waffe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Members of NRM, we know we have a lot of entertainment for Musei. I request that we wait for the national nomination. We are going to have that at Kololo. We are going to have all you perform on that day. But because of the weather and time, we are not going to allow everybody to perform. I can see musicians lining up. Forgive me and forgive us. We cannot take all of you. May I now request the first National Vice Chairman to come and invite our chairman, our president, and presidential candidate to come and address us. NRM Oye! Musei is coming to talk to us. Let us be happy, sing. We can have another song as he comes. We can prepare. As Musei comes to prepare, this young man will be singing a song. As Musei will be getting up to, you will wait. When he's coming, you will sing. Yeah, thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, together with Mama Janet Museveni,
Sorry, Musei, we request that we allow this young man from the ghetto. He traveled very far, just in 2 minutes, as you come to speak. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, thank you, General Tadongo. DJ take a little bit to we say, Rainbow Kali Pembe, tell them that you need to catch a Musei Museveni. I don't want to go and do a Mumosi. Jomanya Musei, Bonoya Pugati Muga, Teka, Para. But you get in the Mukoto Museveni, what you took out and Parana Museveni. But you took a Masaka, whether Museveni, Chokola Bamuleti, Mukatika, Naba Musei, Katuna Kampala, Tekapuna, Chokola Babani, Guru, Bakaboba Musei, Simu Wane Kampala. Bati Musei mwana balese wakachoma manya neba mami choma manya mbali mulala na bana tebali na chakula Musei tati choma manya mami biboli kutaka Musei Musei kuti ko Musei kuti Musei kuti ko abale bana mulaba kwende batete ngamba abili mumukaga ko kwataka mundu sapokwe nakaponge bili daba abili mumukaga tuende Musei kuti mami kutumine kone daddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, Mama Janet Museveni, I want to use this opportunity first to congratulate you for having accepted to come and lead our party. I thank Mama Janet Museveni. Thank you very much for having persuaded him to accept to lead the movement, because we really need him so much. My dear members of the movement, I want to thank all of you for having turned up here to see the nomination of our chairman. I'm honored to be here to unveil our chairman to you, members of the movement. Wow. I want to thank the Electoral Commission for what they have gone through. You know, it's not very easy to bring the president here to go through all these stages. It's not easy, so I congratulate you very much. Now together, we have nominated our chairman, and you have got to support him so that he can lead us through very well. But what we need to do now, as members of the movement, is to make sure our discipline goes high. Let our discipline go high so that they will see the difference between the movement and other parties which they are talking about. Discipline has taken us very far, and we cannot really put it down. We need to respect one another. If you don't have good discipline, you can't do that. We have our chairman, who has taken us through so many difficult things, but he has kept the movement together, and we are still together, and we cannot let him down. Now that you have already been nominated, we are going to start afresh to do the work with all these people, with the new elected people. We are going to work together. We are here. We are not panicking, and we are not going anywhere. The person whom we have nominated is here. He has a vision, and he's going to take us where that vision will go. So we have to behave well. We have to behave well. We don't want people just to shout no. There must be a difference between NRM movement with our chairman to other groups. And you cannot even compare. You just look at them, but don't antagonize them, but we are not comparing movement to those groups. If we behave very well, even this corruption will stop. Because we will not be fearing to tell the truth. We don't want intrigue in the movement. We don't want that. We must be very clean. No backbiting, no rugambo, what have you, laziness. He has brought everything to us here. Let's use all what he has brought to us, the UPDM, wealth creation, PDM, it is now in operation and is doing very well, and it has helped our people. We need to help our people. We have to keep together with the masses. What do they need? We know. I'm not going to labor much about this one, but I want to invite His Excellency the President, who is our chairman now, because once he has gone through all these stages unopposed, then that's very good. We want votes. This time we want votes. We want our chairman to get a lot of votes from everywhere. We must win. Everywhere we start, we win. No laziness. Turonde kati, kusawa eno kati kati, twagala kalulu kati kati. Okay, that one is going to be organized, but we are going to follow the program. We are going to follow the program, and everything will be very well arranged. With those few words, I want to use this opportunity to call our chairman, who has been nominated today, to come and talk to you.
Thank you very much. Sit down, please. The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Vice Chairperson of the NRM, all the Vice Chairpersons of NRM, the Secretary General, all the other leaders, and all the supporters of the NRM and all the Ugandans. Greetings to all of you. Mwenambara Msiza. I want to thank the NRM Electoral Commission for nominating me. And I also want to thank the nominators, the seconders, the nominators, the seconders, and my lawyers, and the secretariat who organized all these documents, because they are not easy. You have heard that they got signatures from 151 districts in such a short time. I thank everybody who was involved. I hope the whole membership of the NRM and its structures will support my candidature as the chairman of the NRM for the 2025-2031 period, and also as flag bearer for the NRM in the presidential contest for the 2026-2031 period. Why do I say you should support me now that I'm your flag bearer and your chairman? Why? There must be reasons. It's not just emotional. There must be reasons. It is because I stand here on behalf of the very NRM that started as a student movement in 1965. This is 60 years ago. That nascent student movement emerged in a very fragmented landscape where polarization was following tribes and religious denominations. Twatandikira ekibiina ky'abavubuka ensi yammwe yonna mu byobufuzi baali bamaze okugiyuzaayuza. Yali mu what do you call fragments in Uganda? In Uganda fragments bazisa batya?
Your Excellency, bubajjo bajjo.
Bubajjo bajjo. Ebyobufuzi byali kati birimu obubajjo bajjo. Engusyo Nyankole. Fragments. That's how Uganda was politically. That political fragmentation made governance impossible because no fragment could master a majority in an election. In 1962, no party could get more than even 40%. Because they had fragmented the people in Engusyo, Obsorogoto, fragments of a calabash or a pot. The fragmentation also could not allow institutions to be built up. So the fragmentation made governance impossible because you couldn't get a majority.
If you say Baganda are not even 17% of the population of Uganda. So how will you get majority? If you say Abanyankole, if you say you will not get far. If you say religion, Catholics, Protestants, none of them can even be 40%. So that's what happened. Fragmentation meant impossibility for governance. This is the point I'm raising here. But that fragmentation also could not allow institutions to be built up. The victim institutions included the army, the judiciary, the civil service, etc. Kubanga bw'oyambala gaalibindi z'okusosola n'otalaba omuserikale ng'omuserikale naye n'omulaba ng'ow'eddiini gundi oba ow'eggwanga gundi oluzimba otya amagye. How will you have a national army? Indeed, this is what happened. Our first graduate from Sandhurst, Kargava, was removed from the army in year 1 of independence. So the fragmentation of the politics could not allow the country to build an army, to build a judiciary. Judiciary, Chief Justice was murdered here, Chiwanuka. And the other judges had to run away. When some Europeans were killed under Idi Amin, they appointed a commission of inquiry led by Justice Jeffrey Jones, a white man. He investigated the case, but in order to report, he ran to Nairobi and issued the report when he was in Nairobi. That was the judiciary. That was after the killing of Chiwanuka. With the two fragmentations, uliriza okuyuza okwebika bibiri. With the two fragmentations, the political fragmentation and the institutional fragmentation, ebyobufuzi biyuziza ebitongole bya gavumenti, they are fragmented. What came now? Came the constitutional collapse in the form of the conflict between Mutesa and Obote, 1966, and the Idi Amin coup of 1971. The constitutional order was destroyed within the first 10 years of independence. The next casualty was the small enclave economy, the island economy of the 3 Cs and the 3 Ts. The 3 Cs and the 3 Ts, I have told you repeatedly, were coffee, cotton, and copper, and the 3 Ts were tobacco, tea, and tourism. By the 1986, cotton had disappeared, copper had disappeared, tea had disappeared, and so had tourism. It is only coffee and tobacco that were still limping on. There was acute shortages, Ebola, of all essential items, as they were being called, meaning soap, salt, paraffin, textiles,
sodas, beers, etc. Our alcohol drinkers were being rescued by Primus beer from Burundi and a beer called Muniki from Congo. We even had a minister of shortages. There was a minister of shortages called Dr. Moses Apiriga. He was called the Minister of Supplies to deal with shortages. Apiriga, is he still alive or what? He died. He's alive. One day you should bring Apiriga as a guest of honor to tell you about shortages. Therefore, by 1986, the great country of Uganda had three mega traumas: political fragmentation caused by the sectarianism leading to the collapse of the democratic constitutional order, the collapse of the institutions of state such as the army, and the collapse of the economy. This is what we had to deal with in 1986. The political fragmentation causing the collapse of democracy, the collapse of the institutions of state, like the army, no army. You can imagine we had army, UA was destroyed completely. 1979. Nigeria na lyasangidwawo. Then UNLA. No, but even before UA was destroyed, it had destroyed itself. Because they had killed so many killings among themselves. The soldiers from one part of the country killing soldiers from another part of the country. So the soldiers were seasonal. You are seasonal, you are a soldier today, tomorrow you are a refugee. And the collapse of the economy. Given all this, understanding where we are today in the year of our Lord 2025, we can see that in the last 60 years, the NRM has been a participant and for most of the time a leader of the efforts to do the following in the interest of Uganda. You remember I asked the question, why do I agree to be a candidate and why do you nominate me and what do we tell the country? So the answer is that in the last 60 years now, the NRM have been involved in the following. Number one, liberation between 1965 and 1986. So you had to liberate. Walina okujjawo enkola eno ey'okuyuzaayuza n'okumenyamenya n'okutema mu bantu. Number two, stabilization between 1986 and today. That's what people are talking about, stability. Number three, minimum economic recovery by restoring the 3 C's and the 3 T's, as well as eliminating Ebola shortages. Instead of shortages today, you have got a chengera, too much, too many products in the shops. No kudiba nevidiba. Ummaduka bintu bijude. No kudiba nevidiba. Number four, expanding the narrow enclave economy. because the coffee now is much more than the coffee we had in 1970. And so is the tea and all the other products. Number 5, diversifying the economy by commercializing products that were previously thought to be for only subsistence, such as maize, milk, bananas, fruits, beef, poultry, eggs, sugarcane, cassava, etc. Number 6, value addition to these raw materials. Number 7, introducing through the intensified and expanded educational system the knowledge economy of automobiles, vaccines, therapeutics, diagnostics, electrical gadgets, computer assembly. I think they can show us a bit on the screen these automobiles, if you have them on the screen. When you get them, put them on. What does this mean? It means that the NRM, its cadres, and the masses that have supported them over the years have been participants in, and for most of the time, there you have that's where you are now. This was the country which was formerly had no sugar, no salt, no soap. Now kati mukola motoka. Zemula bezo. So, most of these years, the NRM has been participants in, and for most of the time, leaders of the efforts to liberate Uganda from sectarian fragmentation and political collapse, ensure its economic recovery, ensure the growth and expansion of its economy, ensure that the start of socio-economic transformation of society starts so that Uganda becomes a modern country and starts the struggle for the economic and political integration of Uganda into Africa, so that the wealth creators of Africa have a reliable market to absorb their products. So the NRM has been involved in all these efforts. Liberation, stabilization, transformation, all of them. NRM involved or leading most of the time. What have been the consequences of this? The consequences have been liberation, democratization, peace, and an economy that is now $61 billion by the foreign exchange method and 172.2 billion by the PPP method. The economy has expanded 16 times since 1986, from $3.9 billion, according to the Ministry of Finance, to what it is now. This means that Uganda is now a lower middle-income country with a GDP per capita of $1,263 for its population of 46 million people. This means that Uganda is no longer a least developed country, LDC. You can look at all the other statistics. I didn't want to divert you today by quoting the usual statistics of inflation, rate of growth, but you can look at them. Look at all these statistics. They are good, if not excellent, in many cases. However, we can do much better, especially if we eliminate corruption. So, this is what we have achieved. What then is next, and why am I coming forward to respond to the millions of Ugandans who have been ordering me with the slogan, Tova Kumein, Babade Bandagira. Tova Kumein, do not leave the main electricity line. So the reason I accept and the NRM supports, I'm sure, are two. It is for two reasons. Reason number one is to work with the NRM structures to clarify the importance of the 6 aspects that are very crucial in ensuring that Uganda, and maybe by example other parts of Africa, do not again miss the bus of history as happened in the past when Europe transformed and Africa stagnated and was enslaved. In my recent speeches, I've been answering the questions that cover these aspects. The question is, where does prosperity come from, and what are the factors to facilitate it? I've been identifying 6 aspects. These are peace, meaning war and control of crime. Number 1. Number 2, development, meaning entunguka, enkulakulana, don global, apol in Ateso. Development, here we mean roads, electricity, schools and so on. But then we insist on number 3, wealth. There must be wealth. Obugaiga, Obugaga, Lonyo, Abar, Lonyi in Lugubara. This has been so much confusion. People talk about roads, about this, they forget about wealth. Roads are for all of us. But wealth is for the family, for the company, for the individual. If you have got roads, electricity, but no wealth in the homes, you will not, the country will not move. So we insist, number 3, wealth. Then number 4, jobs. Emirimo, teach, aswam. Where do the jobs come from? That's another confusion among our people. Then services, obwereza, aijanakin, such as health, education, spirituality. Because when people are talking, they mix all this. They don't separate. That's why you get a lot of confusion. And the NGOs in the past also were adding to the confusion. In the 1960s, you would hear them talking of services, healthcare. Sometimes they talk about a little bit about education, but they don't talk about wealth in the homes. If you don't deal with health, how will development be funded? If the homes don't have obugaga, they don't have wealth, how will the economy grow? You build roads, what do the families put on the roads? And those roads are built with borrowed money from abroad. But the families and the companies and the individuals are not producing wealth to use the roads. This is what we don't agree with. And markets for our products through regional integration. If you produce, where will you sell? In the coming days, I'm going to say more about this issue. You will hear more about this issue of the markets. So therefore here, in this Kisanja, I ask you to emphasize these 6 points. Peace, number 1. Peace meaning no war. Nobody will bring wars in Uganda. We shall crush him. But also crime. Crime must also be controlled. Because you may not have war, but you have crime. Crime also will disturb people. Secondly, enkulakulana, development, meaning the roads, the electricity, and very good. But thirdly, wealth. Every home must have wealth in the home. The wealth is personal and private. So is poverty. The poverty is yours. Don't take a mwavu was a city mwavu. Don't put me in your poverty because I'm not. So that's why we tell all families, all individuals, please. Ati omusoga ya chikobeira. Omusoga yako wanti akange kakera kaife. Mwali mchulideko. Nto omusoga yako ba. Nto akange kakera kaife. Mine is better than ours. So, number 1, peace. Number 2, development. Number 3, wealth. Wealth is not the same as development. Here in Kampala, development is everywhere. Roads, some are downstairs, some are upstairs. But there is poverty in the ghetto, these children of the ghetto. Banabana ba ghetto. Baba de mbwavu, wade, enkula yetore de wona. So that's why we must stop this diversion when people are just. So, number 4, jobs, emirimu. Emirimu gisangibwa. Number 5, obuweereza, services, health, education, spirituality, by pastors. They are providing a service. Those are service providers. Hospitality and so on. Then number 6, obutare, markets. This is what I would like us to emphasize. This understanding helps us to, for instance, understand where the majority of the jobs in a developed country come from. It is from the private sector. Commercial farming, factories, services, such as hotels, transport, etc., and ICT, not from the government. Because if people don't understand where the jobs are, tulekanira bwerere kubanga abantu abasinga bungi balowooza nti emirimu girina okuva mu gavumenti. So ng'emirimu gya gavumenti tegimala kubanga owegombolera omu, ow'omuluka omu, diisa omu. So where are the jobs? Nibugenda mu masomero waliwo ekikomo, omudwaliro waliwo ekikomo kya abakozi ba gavumenti. So we must be clear. The NRM must tell every home that please, the majority of the jobs are not from the government. Banyankwere call that okuga, to be diverted. Instead of looking the right way, you are looking the wrong way. If you think the government are from, majority of jobs are from the government, you are diverted. You are not going to get an answer. Failure to understand this by the country and the families leads to futile efforts and wasted time. In the short time of Uganda's recovery, for instance, factories have created 1.2 million jobs compared to only 480,000 jobs of the whole public service. All the jobs of the public service are 480,000. But the factories, these ones which have started coming recently, are already employing 1.2 million. Agriculture, you can see the workers in the Mtulagawa because of Makorera. Are the screens everywhere? They are only one side. Oh? You can see now. Abana Bobo now. But I also, those are jobs from the factories. I like the jobs from agriculture. Let's see our young boy Biamkama, the people he's employing. When you get them, put them. The commercial farms, the factories, the service companies, hotels. Let's watch that boy.
I don't get all the eggs. I get 302 trays per day minimally. When you look at the figure, in a month, I can get about between 150 and 180 piglets. But those I don't sell. I give to my neighbors prayer. When you look at coffee, we haven't started harvesting. But generally coffee here, if you have harvested well, per acre you get between 12 million, 16 million. But now the banana which is in coffee, we're already eating. And per month I may get like 40 bunches, I get some good. But majorly here, what is giving me money? They are the pineapples, the 4.5 million per harvest, and I harvest twice a year. You will see, even as now, those which I can harvest for my friends' sake. Then the poultry, it gives me 302 trays. That is per day. Then I sell in a month, you can get a net profit of 55 million. Because you get 108 million, but you can't get all that. You have to buy feeds, pay workers, pay electricity. Remain with 55 million net pay. The 1 acre for grass, it is feeding my 6 cows. I'm told by the agriculture people, I even have the balance to add more 2 cows. They tell me 1 acre can feed the 8 cows. Currently, I'm employing 26 people. Previously, I was employing 17, but I added in more things in the farm, and I'm employing 26 people. And so the person who learns this job.
Now you can see where the jobs are coming from. You do commercial farming, you employ people. You can hear Mkama is employing 26 people now. He started just a few years ago. He was elected in Kagadi there. His father was one of our veterans, Karol Kamanyire. He brought the boy to me. He said, "My son has been elected." I congratulated him. But I told him, I said, you young boy, if you want to be useful, you go and learn the 4 acres model, which I've been telling everybody. So he quickly went, and he had not done anything like that. He went and he visited Kisozi He visited Kaumu, saw what I was doing there, and went and started doing it. Now you see what he's doing. From eggs alone, he's getting 55 million net per month. That's almost like 700 million shillings net a year. So he's now solving 3 problems. Income for his family, producing a product for the people, eggs, but also creating jobs. So those are jobs that can be created in agriculture. You have seen the ones of manufacturing. Can we see a hotel or these private schools? Private schools also create jobs, or hotels. When you get it, put it. The commercial farms, the factories, the service companies such as hotels, transport companies, private schools, private hospitals, etc., or ICT companies are wealth of private people, but they also create jobs for other Ugandans. This is the linkage I want you to get. The wealth is mine, whether it is a farm, a factory, a hotel, a private school, a transport company. They are mine, my wealth. But in the process, they create jobs for Ugandans. Some of the wealth companies can be government. The government can also have wealth companies, such as National Water, Uganda Railways, Uganda Airlines, National Enterprise Corporation, etc. They will have the same nexus, the linkage between wealth and the jobs, supported by peace and development. So this is the reason I'm really coming forward to say now that we are here, we are now, let's now try to show our people this. And I've already been talking about it, but all of us, we should take it up and make sure that we oxomesa, educate everybody so that we are of one opinion. Because you find we are now divided. Many of the families still think government is the one to provide the jobs. So the children qualify, they come to Kampala, waste a lot of time looking for those jobs which are not there. And yet the solution is create jobs, and the potential is there. This is because we are not harmonized, we are not tetukanyiza ku kigambo ekyo emirimu gisangibwa wa mu gavumenti oba companies are jange. So this is the first reason. This time, I want us to emphasize, because if we do this, we are going to change in a very short time. Okusikiriza bamusiga nsimbi. Bamusiga nsimbi bafuna ebizibu babatawanya. Bana ba government. Jangu komawo instead of obutamanya nti ono musajja tumwetaaga nnyo agenda kutuleetera obugagga Because he's going to make products here. Let's see those factories. Bakola chiwano. Ngabali ababaddewo. Abengoya ababaddewo. The ones who are there. So you can see, Musika Simboyo, that investor is solving so many of our problems at a go. First of all, he's making clothes for us here. Instead of okugura engoye jeans, China, azikolera wano. Product, atukolera product wano. Laba ebijjuddaawo byonna. Secondly, atuleetedde emirimu y'abaana baffe. Thirdly, akozesa amasannyalaze gaffe. Fourthly, agenda kusasula emisolo. Byonna abituleetedde wano. So instead of okumwaniriza abantu baffe bamutawaanya. Abamu baagala kubaggyako ebituga. So that's why we should really nga bwe twakuba omulabe nabana abatalengera tubakubira eddala. The second reason why I am coming forward and I'm pushing the NRM is to have leaders and a party that understands and is committed to the need for a qualitative leap from the status of the lower middle income country of $66 billion by the end of June 2026 to a high middle income country of $500 billion in the next few years. Some of our people talk of 2040. That is too far for me. I do not see why we cannot achieve it earlier if we are really aggressive in the pursuit of the objective and eliminate corruption. Why do I say this? It is because much of our $61 billion economy of today is raw materials. Our coffee, as it has coffee, which is called cassé, brings in $2.5 per kg, per kilo. Yet the one who roasts, grinds, and packs the coffee earns from $25 to $40 per kilo. That is how all the coffee-growing countries of the world earn $25 billion out of the total value of $460 billion. And Germany, another coffee-growing country, earns $65 billion from coffee. Since we have a wide spectrum of raw materials of agriculture, raw materials of minerals, freshwater resources, and forest products, we have a huge potential if we add value to all of them, or most of them. By refining tin ore to 99.85%, we earn $33 per kg instead of $13 per kg for the unprocessed tin. Tin, if you process it here, you earn $33 per kilo. If you export it the way it is now, you earn $13 per kilo. When we purify gold to 99.9% purity, instead of the way they have been exporting it now, you process tin to 99.85% purity, instead of the previous 75% purity. Copper to 99.9% purity, instead of the previous 95%. We do not only earn more money from that commodity and create more jobs for our children, we also attract the jewelry makers to come to Uganda and make the jewelry here. The factories that need to use tin will come, and we'll have the factories that need to use pure copper, such as the cables, such as the cables industry, the ones making transformers, and the other electric gadgets that use copper. Now we have got gold refineries in Uganda for the first time. I hear there are like 9 now, they have increased. And I'm beginning to get people who want to make a jewelry of gold here, to come here. because they have got pure gold which they can use. In the past, we were exporting semi-processed copper, which could not be used in our cables factories in Rugazi. But now, with the full processing of copper, our factories here of cables, transformers, electrical will now use our copper here. So this blindness of exporting raw materials is a curse for Africa. You remember I brought you somebody to add value to your coffee, an Italian lady called Pinetti. She was being attacked in Parliament. Oh, you Mubi, what? Okay. Now, the coffee prices are beginning to come down, the raw material. What is coming down is not the coffee in the cup, in the supermarket. The price of the coffee in the supermarket will not come down. It will remain high. What is coming down is the price of our raw material. Why? Because our raw material is now plentiful. For some 2-3 years we were lucky. I think we should go to the Amasabo in Ruero and Kuloga, the coffee of Brazil and Vietnam, because there was a drought in Vietnam, a drought in Brazil. That's why the price of kase went up. Abagezi, abasinga amagezi, betaga kase wafe, bamukarange, bamujemu kahwa, obunga. Bwetufuna ekyengera wano, bwetufuna Ebola kulwecheya, awo tuganyirwa. Naye kati enkuba bwetonya Brazil ne Vietnam, emwanyi niziba zekyengera, kati wano ebbeeyi yaffe edda wansi. That's why we are saying that let's not sell unprocessed coffee. Let's sell value-added coffee. Kubanga eyo tegenda kudda wansi. You will never hear that the coffee final product price has gone down. Never. So therefore, this blindness of going to raw materials is madness. In the 1960s, one of the strongest currencies in the world was the Zambian kwacha. Zambian kwacha, for one Rugunda was in Zambia, he knows. Zambian kwacha was $3 to one kwacha. Why? Because copper. But the dangers to raw materials are two. First of all, if there is change of technology, they can abandon your raw material. So in the 60s, the scientists discovered a method of transmit, because the cables were being used in aircrafts. Copper was being used in aircraft cables to control the plane. But along the way, scientists discovered the digital way of controlling. So they no longer needed cables of copper. That was the end of the copper boom. That's how actually Zambia started getting into economic problems. If you check the currency of Zambia now, it is not the way it was that time. These Tango Doys, they know that there was a factory in Tororo, if they are old enough to know. It was called a jute factory. The jute factory. People were making gunny bags from a fiber called jute, and we were growing it in Tobacco. You were the factory here. There was a factory in tobacco in Tororo. When I was fighting there, I used to walk at night and find a lot of these factory workers on bicycles going to work in the jute factory. But when plastics came and people started making the bags of Vuera, that was the end of jute. Completely forgotten. So, you people, don't endanger our people. Raw materials, very dangerous. Because technology can change completely. The Bachiga, the bad thing is that most of the old people are dead. I am one of the few surviving. There was a fiber called flax, being grown in Kabari. In the 50s, I used to see them passing at Tuntungamo. Flax. If you want money, you grow flax. Flax completely forgotten. Even cotton had almost disappeared in 1964 there. When these nylons came up, people abandoned cotton. They went to the nylons. The good thing for us, nylon is not good for the skin. So people started getting rashes, and so that's how they came back to cotton. Otherwise, cotton had been abandoned. So when somebody says raw materials without final product is very dangerous for our future. Add to all this the knowledge economy of automobiles, vaccines, therapeutics, diagnostics, electronics, using our highly educated manpower. You saw them here. I was nominated by an engineer from Matuga. He was one of the nominators here. Those very highly educated manpower, the transformation will be rapid. Therefore, the second reason for the NRM putting forward my name is to cause the qualitative leap of Uganda into a high upper middle income country in the next few years, preferably far ahead of 2040, which is 15 years from now. This is the second reason. To qualitative leap. There is quantitative. A baby, when a baby is born, things in life must undergo qualitative jump. Pregnancy. Like one of the people who nominated me, one of the young people, she's carrying something there. I would have to give her a reward for that in advance. So that person inside our daughter there is now growing quantitatively. Quantitative. But at some stage, the pregnancy must become something else. Must jump and become a baby. Otherwise, it will die. This is the problem of Africa. You can't be raw material. You can't survive. That's not how nature is. Then a baby is born, the baby grows quantitatively, grows. At some stage, the baby must jump and become something else. Banyankole call it okshogoya, puberty. Stop being a child, become now. So that's what we are telling you Africans. You cannot continue being a society of peasants. Peasant produces another peasant. You must jump and become a modern society. Other countries in Asia with less natural resources did it. We can do it. We have already achieved the lower middle income status by just this middle income status we have achieved. We have just done a few things. Economic recovery, diversification of the economy, and quantitative expansion with limited value addition. With the maximum value addition to all the commercially viable raw materials and the knowledge economy, we shall achieve the qualitative leap to high middle income status and eventually a first world status. God has enabled me to lead the NRM for the last 60 years through the phases I have outlined above. Among the people who nominated me, there was the Brigadier Omule. Come here and they see you. He's somebody from the museum. This one is from the museum proper. Go there where they can see you. They are there, down there. Go, they see you. This man, we recruited him 1976. And he came through the network which was being run by Amama Mbabazi, is there. And Dennis Cho, and Otafire. They came and inconvenienced Mama Janet in Arusha, in Moshi. They were staying, we had a two-bedroom house. As teachers, I was teaching at Moshi. So these guerrillas would come and just mess up our place. When they were going to Mozambique. So we took this one to Mozambique, together with the others. Together with Sare. The others are dead. Sare and Ivan. I think they're the only ones remaining. So we have been in all this struggle all this time. Okay, Beping. God has enabled me to lead the NRM for the last 60 years through the phases I've outlined above. I believe God will see us through the qualitative leap. I'm ready to make my contribution in the next 5 years phase, both as president and as chairman of the NRM. As we celebrate the victories of the NRM in the last 60 years, we should not forget to acknowledge the earlier struggles of the Kabul of the 1920s, of Ikem Sazi and his colleagues between the 1930s and 1950s, under the Farmers' Movement and the Uganda National Congress. Their efforts pushed Uganda towards independence. It was a pity that later sectarian politics undermined their efforts. I cannot end this short address without congratulating the millions of the newly elected NRM structures leaders from the villages upwards. It is so pleasing to see so many young people coming up as a new crop of the NRM leaders. Stand up and they see you people. Oh, thank you so much. Sit down. I have been going through the districts and I see these young new chairpersons. Let's see the one of Mukono, the one I found in Mukono. Come here and they see you properly, or put him on. You can see how young they are. Even the other one is young, although big stomach, but this is the one I saw in Mukono. Then there was the one of Mpiji. Where's the one of Mpiji? Mpiji Arua. You can see that one there. These are the ones I have visited so far. They are all young people. Thank you so much. Go and sit. I cannot end this short address without congratulating the millions of the newly elected NRM structures leaders from the villages upwards. It is so pleasing to see so many mainly young people coming up at the new crop of the NRM leaders. It is now your chance to show that you can lead well. In order to manage politics successfully, as we, your predecessors, manage you to do, you need to know that productive politics is about ideology, which means philosophy, ideology, and strategy, and not just about biology. Because some people think that politics is about biology, age, gender, etc., and jobology. I'm introducing a new word, biology and jobology. Jobology meaning careerism. We have gone this far because of being guided by and working for the 3 historical missions and the 4 ideological principles. These are prosperity for the people of Africa, the strategic security for Africa, and Undugu, brotherhood of the Africans. And then the 4 ideological principles of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. We agree or disagree with you over these and not any other reason. We agree or disagree on principles, not anything else. If this is your campus, things are easy because they are guided by principles. That is how, for instance, we're able to work with people even when we were not fully agreed with their overall position. That is how we worked with Venaisa in 1980, Yusuf Lule between 1981 and 85 when he died, etc. Even with Obote, we could have worked together, or the DP in 1979, 1980, if they had been as deliberate as we were regarding the minimum possible programs. With us, what is the starting point is not the who, but the what. The what. In quotes, what is to be done and why, as described by Lenin in one of his writings. The interpersonal frictions we observe are not healthy. Sina gwenchawa. Wanga sisora munyumba ya mtu, sora munyumba yange. I have no problem with anybody. The reason we fought Amin was not because Amin was killing, the killing people came later. But we were in our UGANDA, in our journey of Africa, unity, Pan-Africanism. Now we could see Amin could not understand. Obote was not fully agreed with us, but we were trying to push him. Especially the Rugundas were close with Obote. And we were working with them to see whether we can push him to move some of our aims. East African Federation, for instance. Amin couldn't understand. So we said with Amin, we don't waste time. Toka. The interpersonal frictions we observe are not healthy. It should be the inter-ideological contestation that we should take care of. I again congratulate the millions of the new NRM leaders, and we shall see how to support them affordably. My immediate advice to you is to be wealth creators, if you are not one already, so that you do not look at leadership as a means of living. Job, mulimo. Don't look at obukulembeze as omulimu. Political leadership is about okwerwanako. The people electing you to fight for their interests, and not about being mupakasi or mukozi owempera, the hired shepherd that Jesus talked about in the book of John, chapter 10, verses 11 to 18. If you are not yet a wealth creator already, you should see how additional government programs such as PDM and Emioga can help you to start becoming one. I want all of you to be wealth creators so that you don't look at leadership as a survival. This is where many of these people get lost. They look at politics as omulimu, as ompakasi, as how to survive. Then the party can see how to support some of the categories with operational costs. If our generation had had a jobist mentality, Uganda would never have been rescued. All of us, Kategaya, Rwaheru, Mwesugo Black, Mwesuga Martin, Zindana, Birahanze, Dennis Echo, myself, etc., had well-paying government jobs. Rugunda was still a medical student. He had to run away. On account of conviction, we left those jobs to fight for the salvation of Uganda. Where would Uganda be if we had not done that? What do the younger generations learn from that? You do not have to fight with arms now. However, you should volunteer to serve your people by defending their legitimate interests against corruption, fraud, criminality, land evictions, etc. This is really your work. To see that in your area there is no corruption, people are not evicted from their land illegally, fraud, okulwana, kubiruma abantu, to defend the people. This is the role of principled political leadership. Long live the 60 years of victories and progress. Long live the efforts of Ugandan freedom fighters. Long live the qualitative leap to US dollars 500 billion economy. Kwanga tikie tuliko, twagala okubuuka. Si kusemvula, okwita kusemvula. Okusemvula, mu Luganda mwekiri? Okusemvula mwekiri?
Mwekiri, Your Excellency, ng'otandika kusemvula.
Okushotoka. Okugenda mpola?
Your Excellency, yeah. Oba tonnakola speed naye otandika butandisi.
Twagala kusemvula, ebyo by'okusembula tubivuddeko. Twagala kubuuka kati. All glory to God, our Creator and Sustainer. Signed, Yoweri Museveni. General retired, Sabarwanyi. The NRM veterans gave me another one in Champanzi, Semalungu.
Can we give the President a very big clap? Your Excellency, we are so grateful. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.